Doot, 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 doot. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up? I'm Angel Maggot. Welcome back to Blender. Okay, we're gonna make TVs today. We're gonna make two different types of TVs from scratch because last time we just used a model. We're gonna make a CRT monitor, kind of like like a boxy TV, and also like a basic LCD flat screen monitor. And I'm gonna show you how to have them have working videos in them. So if you want that in your scene, and also to make that video an emission so that it produces light, so you get like a TV globe. We'll start with the hard one. Let's go general. Keep your cube this time. I know you like to delete cubes. I like to delete cubes. All right, cube. What's up? I've got a Conker CRT TV. I'd grab it and show you, but I can't be bothered doing that for you, sorry. So I'm just gonna look up a picture instead. I've got like a real boxy one, like this kind of thing, but I thought this was pretty cute, like the little rounded edges. Or maybe we will kind of make it like this, like the speakers, but I also kind of want it to be rounded and shit. The brand doesn't matter, it was just what I could think of because I have one sitting in my room. Oh, that one's cute. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do a basic one. What you're going to do is go into edit mode. Just tap into that. Let's go to the front. It's already a cube. So select the face. E to excuse it. E to extrude it. Don't touch anything yet. Press S. And then it's going to scale that in extrusion. I keep wanting to say intrusion, or what did I say before? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can, like if you wanted to bring in a reference image, which would probably be a better idea. So Shift A, put in an reference image. Just get that. And then boom, there you go. So kind of want to scale. Oh, hold on. Nope, not extrude it. Scale X. Nope. What the fuck did I just do? It is super fucking busy crunch time with a lot of events coming up. Just had to do so much shit today. I'm so exhausted. And it's 3 p.m. Not even the end of the day. Okay. So what I was trying to do is scale. Am I stupid? What the fuck is happening? Hello. I am stupid. I'm supposed to scale on Z, not X. Just wanted to make it kind of where this guy's kind of sitting. Just here-ish. Okay, whatever. I want to bring that out. You know what I might do actually? See if this fucks it up. I might be right. No, I don't want that. The fuck? Dog, what are you doing? Okay, you know, guess what? You can delete it. We're doing it again. No, I said fuck off. Cube. Chaos today. Also, maybe putting on System of a Down was a bad idea. Too chaotic, so maybe we'll just make it a little bit wider, a little more rectangle. And what I wanted to do was create this line at the bottom, so there's like a separation. So just Control R, click, and then scroll down. Yeah, that there. That might kind of help us with making the screen. So we can do it again. I've just clicked the face selection here. Extrude. I can say extrude. Extrude. Scale. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, cool. We're on. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's been a day. You're gonna do it on the correct way. I'm just not doing that today, apparently. Alright, so if we take this out. Yeah. Okay, now it's doing what we want. So I just pulled it out a little bit, that face. It's pretty flat, but I don't care. Control R, add another line here, scale it. Just trying to make it come out a little bit so it'll be slightly kind of rounded, I guess. I've also just clicked, I can't remember if I said that, the X-ray, so you can see the image in the back. I'm gonna extrude it again and scale it in a little bit. Give that little line, and then I might do that again and bring it down a little. I always do an extra one, I don't really know why, and then like extrude it in. It's probably unnecessary, but that's what we're gonna do. Boom. Also, I have not practiced doing this. Like I've made one before, but I made it a really basic like box one. So we're kind of doing this on the fly. So it kind of looks like it's got another layer underneath. I guess what we could do, take the bottom face and bring it up a bit. Yeah, kind of like here. And then extrude it down kind of like how we did this section. So we're gonna extrude, scale in a little bit. And then I might make that a little less flat. And then extrude it down. Yeah, something like that. Scale it in a bit. So what we could try, I kind of usually just do it bit by like wherever I wanted to, but I wanted to see what a bevel modifier could really do. I don't use it that often, really, because it just does it to everything, like either through edges or vertices. So this kind of might need to be brought in a bit. We're also going to get rid of the middle thing anyway. Hold on, let's just see if I can delete that now. I might grab those edges there and just extrude. Is that just free that is doing that? Just a little bit. Something like that. It's looking like something. That's the important part. I'm not super familiar with these settings, so I'm just kind of clicking random shit there. If you're familiar with these little box guys, they tend to have a big ass. I don't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is the one I have. So come out, go down a little bit, and then it's got another one. I probably won't do this section, but we can do that shape. Grab all of that and go in a bit. Small branch. You can just do it as a box like before. That's perfectly fine, especially if you need something that's not super complicated. And you definitely don't need to be adding the beveling and all that shit. If you need it to be a really low poly model, because you're adding extra faces when you do the bevel thing. You can't see it right now, but you can sort of see in here. It's adding extra faces. Not necessary, I just kind of wanted to make it a bit like rounded and smooth. So we'll leave the bottom part and just select these guys again. And extrude it out. It's small. Looks like it kind of goes down a bit. And up. Yeah, something like that. That's kind of looking like a CRT. Nice, nice, nice. I like it. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. Alright. Now I'm gonna add that. I wanted to make it smooth. So just add that. Cool. That's gonna be the body of it. Add the buttons in. And we can make it look like there's like the holes and shit. You don't have to. You can just like make the button shape, put it on there. But we'll try to do that with a Boolean modifier, which just makes a hole. Gonna add in a cylinder. Just gonna rotate you. The small scale down. Make it a bit long. Actually, I might just make it longer again because we'll do the Boolean thing. Did I move the picture before? Why did I do that? Like trying to reference it, but okay. Just adding copy paste. Adding shapes. Those will be the buttons. We'll make them more button-like, but for now, what I'm gonna do is moving them into place so that they're like puncturing the mesh. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna click the TV and we're gonna add boolean. And then I think you should just be able to eyedrop the cylinder. Okay, fine. Let's just go exact and then apply it. And if you move this guy out of the way, there should be a little hole there now. And you're not going to shape these smooth. I mean, I guess you can, but for some reason I found that some earlier versions of Blender had no problem doing that, and then some of them have an issue if you smooth the object that you're trying to create a hole from. And then when we do the button, we can sort of make that a bit smaller. Make it sort of fit. Again, you don't need to do this, you can just put the buttons on. And then for the button, what you'll do, grab the face maker in a little bit, go there, and then extrude, scale, bring that out a bit. Just do that again. It's smooth, there you go. There's a little button. And just do that over again for each hole. Okay, got your holes. I'm just gonna get rid of that guy and just copy the button. Probably a bit smaller, I guess. I kind of want to add like a power button here. Cylinder again. Okay, so just put that into place. Just do the same thing again with this one. And make it smaller. Just kind of make it similar. Power button, cool. I'm gonna add a little indicator light thing here. Just make it thin. Yeah, maybe about there. That'll be like a little indicator light. Again, don't need to do the whole. I just feel like doing it. And then, oops, slightly smaller. Okay, that should be cool. That's all good. Also, sorry, I have such a shit mic. I am getting a better microphone, not like a expensive one, but better than this shit. But it's really fucking hard to hear. Okay, so so CRTs have like a curved glass thing on it. I don't really feel like doing the curved screen. You definitely can, just to make it simple. I'm just gonna make a plain. Actually, we won't do that yet. We'll do that later. But we will just make it a plain. Alrighty, let's go into the material preview. One for that little indicator light. Go here. Go to emission. So it makes the light green. There you go, for the light. And then we're gonna pick some materials. Maybe try to go for like this kind of silvery. There is one I like using, but it's kind of bright, but we can change the color. This one's silver satin plastic. Copy that in. Oop. Cool. Yeah, it's looking a little shit because I'm not doing this super duper well, but we'll do what we can. So I'm just going to add in an environment to see the materials properly. I know the buttons kind of look similar on here. Wish we could do that kind of... No, it's fine, it's fine. Let's do that. Let's do that again though. So your metallic, maybe a bit darker. I'm just gonna add all of these together. Control J, and then make them all the same material. Let's see if we can find something for the speaker material, maybe like a mesh. Meshes can kind of be annoying textures though. We can even just do something like this. Yeah, that might kind of fuck your computer, so I'm gonna go in here. You know what? Let's do something. Let's unwrap this. I'm not actually going to be doing a UV wrap, but sometimes it can kind of help the texture. And we're gonna we'll just test out how that looks doing like that, and assign it to a separate material so that that's separate from the other one. And then I'm gonna try and see what that looks like. Okay, let's go to shading. It doesn't have any. Okay, let's Control T, and we're just gonna create some mapping for it. So it doesn't have that. That's smaller, yeah. Okay, so let's go. I don't know, 5x5. Make it look more like speaker material mesh. Yeah, that looks okay. Oh wait, I will change the color though. I just take that off. Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna make it, I don't know, like that for now. And if we go back to that, yeah, it's okay. It's not, yeah, perfect. I'll probably fix it up, but whatever. It's fine. So make it a little bit darker if I can. There we go. Base color. A dark. Like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. And the speaker material. You can just change it wherever. It's kind of light, but like there, I think is fine. Oh no, maybe. Probably change the back to something though. So we'll just add another material. I'm just gonna try and select all of that. Yeah, so we're just gonna add a new material to that one. So to make it like that vent space that was at the back. I can't remember which one I used to use. There was definitely maybe we'll just try something like this. This is not really what I was going for, but whatever. Oh. That's like fully transparent. Whoa. That's really cool, but not at all what I was trying to do. If I find it, we'll change it, but for now, maybe we'll just do like a black plastic again. Oh, they have a speaker grill. There you go. We use that. I already set up the other one. Yeah, fine, whatever. It's fine. We're not making a really complicated thing right now. Alright, cool. Looks like a TV. It's alright. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Oh, save your work. I've been forgetting to say that. Let's do that now. Okay, so just Control S. Yeah, definitely save your work. Don't get sucked into doing something and then suddenly it's all gone when shit crashes. Now, I should find something to use, but find a video or a picture that you want to use. Either's fine. That you want to be on the screen. You're gonna go to Image and make sure to select Mesh Plane and then pick the video or image that you have. Oh, here we go. There's a video. Let's do this one. So you can select a still image or a video as long as you go to Mesh Plane. So you're gonna click that. There it is. Let's just check if it works. Sometimes it won't come up. I don't know what versions do that, but if you press space, it should be playing something. It's just like a weird little flesh tunnel thing that I made. Alright, so let's just put that, ooh. Let's just put that into place. Just gonna try and scale it to be fitting this section. Yeah, cool. Just gonna put that. I don't remember how long the video is, so you just need to like make sure it's going for the amount of frames that your video is if you want like a full video. You can see like it's just a plane, like there's no real texture going onto it. So now let's change that. Let's go to shading. I'm gonna spread them out. You're gonna add a light path input. Add a light path. Just check it there. And then we're gonna add an emission shader. Shift D to add another one. Just to duplicate that. So the alpha channel is needed if it's a video. Don't unplug that. But you're gonna take the color to there. Mix. We need a mixing shader. Yeah, there we go. So you're gonna add in that emission. And that. Add the top one. Light path is camera ray to there. And then put that shader into surface. So now it's bright. And then you can change these values. Let's maybe go with, just take out, so you can see it's quite bright. So if you did just keep that, hold on. I'm just gonna add a sun in to see if you can just like see the model, but also show you like the screen giving off an emission. I don't know, you could add this to like 5. It's quite bright. It can sort of distort the color, so just sort of mess with what you want that to do. We'll do 2. I feel like that's okay. It's not like completely distorting it too much. Alright. So I'm just gonna add a camera in. And maybe we'll like chuck a floor in. Just putting a plane. Let's just render an image quickly so that you can see that. And then if you wanted it to sort of have like a glowy, we're gonna add a glare. But you can go like bloom or fog glow, so it's sort of, and then you just adjust it to be how you want. In terms of having the light pour into your scene, it does that in cycles, but if you wanted that to happen in EV, you might need to use ray tracing. So you can see now that the light is kind of popping up here. It can fuck up your computer a little bit, but that's a good way to have that light affecting the scene. Just turn on simplify. Yeah, if we have a look at that. See, it's glowing a little bit. Obviously, I don't have that much going on in the scene, but and if you wanted it to, you know, be animated, you just render out the animation, the frames. But yeah, that's that. Maybe we'll just save an image of it. But I'll render out the animation as well to show you. Wrong one. Okay, CRT TV. I'm not going to render out much. Maybe we'll just do like 250. It'll take a while to load if you're using the ray tracing. I probably should have turned that off to do this because we don't really need it for this. Alright, so that one's done. If you did want to export this as an object, like I'd probably just get rid of that. Just get rid of the objects that you don't want, and then just export it as an object, or wherever you want. You can take that into another scene, or build your scene here, doesn't really matter, but save your work. Then open up Blender again, so we've got that render now. Lots of pictures. Video editing, make sure your settings are correct. We did 30 frames. Add in that sequence, click the first one, down to the bottom. Shift click the last one, add Go down to your output. So it'll be a video. And we're just going to change that one to high quality. And then put it wherever you need it. Render animation. This should be quicker. You don't really need to save that one. And you also don't really need to keep all the image renders. And just get rid of that. Now you have a video. Okay, so that's that one. Jumping back into Blender, we'll do quickly the flat screen TV. Obviously, not very different. Alright, let's try that again. Made a really shit one. I'm just gonna start again and put a bit more effort. We're gonna make an LCD screen or LED, whatever. It's just kind of that bulky flat screen. Alright, keep the cube. So I was having a look, maybe this one. Kind of good. It's kind of similar to the one I have in front of me. So it's kind of like a chunkier back. Yeah, kind of similar, like the speakers on the side. Got a button. Just do that. Go to this view. Gonna add a reference picture. Okay. Oops. Just kind of scaling it down a little bit. I might do what I did with the CRT and just make a little loop cut. Oh, wait, let me do that again. That there. Extrude and scale. Okay. Bring that out a little bit. And just static that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the plane so we can put our own in. That's fine. I'm just gonna make it a little bit thinner. And we're gonna do the bevel thing again. Before I apply that, I'm just gonna add a butt. Scale. I like that, yeah. It's flat screen, but it's kind of thick. You can just make the stand from the bottom here that we made, but it's kind of rounded, so I figure I'll just make a cylinder. Oh, we could add that. Smooth it. Like that. And I'm gonna extrude that. Grab the faces. Oop. Something like that. We'll add a little button to the front, and then we'll do the screen and the textures. Oops. And I'll do the Boolean thing again. Oop. And just gonna make this smaller. Okay, let's do some textures. I'll try this one. Might be a little not right, but we'll see. Don't want that there. Don't need displacement. And the button is kind of the same. Chuck it on everything. We'll do the speaker thing there. Material. Oop. Yeah, there was the speaker material. Try this one this time. Oh, that's like fully transparent. Oh. I don't really feel like adding stuff behind it. Or, I mean, it is a good work as well, but we'll just use the other one. Oh, once again, save your work. You should do that. Okay, just go back into shading. Just adding back in the mapping so that we can change the scale. Just make it nice and dark. I guess because that one had like a white outline, you could do like an emission or something. If I just pull this out a bit and click that. Something like that. And I'm gonna just scale that out a bit. And then we just gotta add in the image or video again as a image mesh plane. And just fitting it into place again. Make the mesh plane an emission again, so add a light path. Add emission, shift D to duplicate that. Put this one and mix shader. Put light path is camera ray, the top one, into the factor. And then each emission into the shader, and the shader output to material output. And then just change the values however you decide how bright you want it to be. Saving it. Just added a camera. That dark, add a light. That's kind of annoying. As you can see, it was kind of pissing me off. Whatever. We'll just render the image. And then maybe we'll see how it's doing with the add a floor again. And so see how much glow it's giving off. Maybe just have like a backlight or something. Yes, that's kind of it. Again, just do the same thing if you want to export the object, if you want to render it. There's your little simple model. It's doing some things. Yeah, if you want it to have an effect in your scene in Eevee, you need to put ray tracing on. Or you can, I don't know, add an additional, if you don't want to do that, or your computer can't do that, you can always just add in a green light to simulate that and just direct it from that area. It's kind of a small light, but if you wanted to, you could sort of mess around with the radius. I don't know. You could try something like that. That's fine. But yeah, there you go. Those are two different TVs you can make. I'm sure people have more complicated tutorials and models and shit. I feel like you don't really need to make it super complicated. We'll probably use something like this in another scene that I want to make. I really like working with TVs, so I do them for my installations a lot, and I sort of tried to start having them inside of the work I was doing rather than just as like the installation output. So yeah, kind of fun. Hope that was helpful. Thanks, love you, bye.